behalf of our presiding officer, Colonel Christopher Rubiano, 39th Mission Support Group Commander, welcome to the 39th Contracting Squadron Assumption of Command Ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the Turkish and American national anthems. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Thank you. Before we begin today's ceremony, there are several distinguished guests who have joined us today, and we would like to take a moment to recognize them. Vice Commander, 39th Air Base Wing, Colonel Shelley Mendieta. Command Chief, 39th Air Base Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Maribeth Ferrer. In addition, we are very pleased to extend a warm welcome to the family and friends of Major Kim, all group and squadron commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, the 39th Contracting Squadron, and community members that have joined us for this event virtually. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you our presiding officer for today's ceremony, Commander of the 39th Mission Support Group, Colonel Christopher Rubiano.
How's everyone doing?
Good, sir.
How's everyone doing?
Yeah.
Come on, still, a little more. Let me work on that. All right. Hey, welcome, distinguished guests, family and friends, and of course the outstanding airmen of the 39th Contracting Squadron. And a special warm welcome to Major Kim's mom and proclaimed hero, Mrs. Mimi Kim, back in Colorado. Hi, Mom. Colonel Mendieta and Chief Ferrer, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules today. and then of course fellow commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, and our local Turkish partners, welcome to you all. What a great day to be an airman in the world's greatest Air Force, and what a great day to be a Titan, especially here in Turkey alongside our NATO allies, and in a country with such an amazing history. Thank you all for celebrating this momentous occasion with us. And I've always said that events like these aren't just about the member or the unit, but it's also about the family, friends, past co-workers, and supervisors who have helped get us here to where we are today. And today is no exception to that rule. Without a doubt, this is a special day for this close-knit unit as we welcome its newest squadron commander. Major Ester Kim, who comes to us from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, arrives with a distinguished resume of tactical, operational, and joint experience, making her the right commander at the right place and right time for our Air Force and our NATO allies. Congratulations, Major Kim. You were selected from among your peers for a reason, and frankly, command is probably the best job you can have in our Air Force. Now, for sure, command is an honor and privilege not to be taken lightly, but when done well, the impacts to our mission and our airmen can last a lifetime. But before I get ahead of myself, I want to personally thank the committee that put this ceremony together. You know, these events, especially in these challenging times, don't just happen on their own. So many folks contribute, whether behind the scenes or in the spotlight. Let's particularly thank the committee lead, Lieutenant Vaughn, right there, and of course with help from Chief DeBose, the MC, Sergeant Knoll, and our social media guru / videographer, Tech Sergeant Church Reeves. Please join me in a well-deserved round of applause. With that, let me brag a little bit first about the unit. Major Kim, I have to share some info from the conversations that the previous MSG commander and I, Colonel Long and I had during our recent turnover. So no pressure to you, but you are inheriting a squadron that's pretty darn good already. All right? They've got each other's back. They know when the mission is on the line, and there's no quit in their attitude and work ethic. And their professionalism as stewards of our nation's resources is off the charts. For the family and friends at home who may not be as familiar with the squadron, and while the unit may be relatively small with around 40 personnel, it packs a huge punch. 39th Contracting Squadron provides acquisition management for a $1 billion portfolio of mission essential and quality of life services, sustaining Incirlik Air Base infrastructure and nearly 3,000 U.S. military, civilian, and contractor personnel and units across Turkey. Additionally, the unit supports combatant commander requirements globally, projecting joint force multiplying capabilities in response to worldwide contingencies such as Operation Inherent Resolve. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't take a moment to thank the previous commander, Major Akalanu, who of course is already en route to his next assignment. And we're very grateful for Chakotay's exceptional leadership over the last year and the unit's accomplishments during that time. The team has come a long way with its renewed focus on morale and family cohesion, as well as building operational rigor into its daily processes. For example, in conjunction with our host nation partnership, 39th Cons manages the multinational Turkey-Spain base maintenance contract valued at $850 million, which supports 5,300 personnel across 5 locations. The contract oversees 1,100 local nationals, employees, providing mission essential services to the 39th Air Base Wing's $18 billion surety mission. In terms of contingency support to the warfighter, 39th Cons has supported Operation Inherent Resolve by executing a $9.8 million housing expansion, developing 12 dorms, and doubling the wing's surge capacity for an additional 1,000 deployers. But it wasn't just about the duty accomplishments with this unit, as I alluded to earlier. This unit knows how to work hard together and play hard together, which we also need to help keep that morale high in this environment, particularly in a combat zone where we are away from loved ones back home. Esther, we're giving you the proverbial keys to the Ferrari, so take a firm grip on the wheel, and as one of my former bosses used to say, don't suck. All right, but in all seriousness, Major Kim, as I've studied your records and got to know you better since we recently arrived at Incirlik on the same flight, same rotator, I have full trust and confidence in you that you can take this unit to even greater heights. Ladies and gentlemen, let me now brag a little bit about Major Kim. In this fantastic commander, here's what you're getting. Starting with the personal side, in Esther, you'll find someone who grew up from humble beginnings and found her calling to Air Force service through not only high school, Air Force Junior ROTC, but her later commissioning through Air Force ROTC at Colorado State University. She found multiple passions along the way that have shaped whom she is today. I already mentioned her endless gratitude for her hero mom, but she also developed a passion for her beloved Air Force dog, Miro, to the point her close friends have received the knife-hand instructions on how to care for Miro while she was TDY or deployed, right? She found another passion for learning as a worldwide traveler and experienced cultures in New Zealand to sleeping in yurts with nomadic families in Outer Mongolia, where her Korean translation skills surprisingly came in handy. And despite blindly putting Pope Air Force Base on her dream sheet and getting her first assignment there, followed by friends saying, "Oh, sorry to hear that," she made the best of that assignment and loved the close friendships she developed there, many of whom are still close friends to this day. Now, from the personal side to the professional side, as I was reviewing her annual officer performance reports, I literally lost count of how many times her past supervisors and commanders complimented Esther on her boundless energy, her dedication to duty, and her exceptional leadership. While I mentioned earlier that Major Kim comes to us from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, you all should be pleased to know that you're getting a seasoned officer who also has gotten some command experience under her belt with the 717th Enterprise Sourcing Squadron. She led over 90 personnel charged with strategically sourcing $43 billion for Air Force-wide installation mission support. What you may not read on paper, however, is how she was handpicked to go into that unit, shaking things up and fix a frankly broken squadron, which she did in a few short months. Her one-star boss even stratified Esther at the end of her tour as the Air Force Installation Contracting Center's #1 of 2004s worldwide. Wow. As I dug further back into her records, I also quickly noticed that Esther served in multiple special operations units, green door assignments, and deployed with joint task forces. Now, while I can't go into the details, this spoke volumes to me because in those circles, if you're not competent at getting the job done, you don't get invited to stick around. Let me just say, Esther made it through an extremely arduous vetting and interview process, and she did very well at enabling some of our nation's most sensitive operations. And again, she was brought in to fix the contracting entities within units like the Special Operations Command Korea's J-8 and the 724th Special Tactics Group, with their signature knife-hand leadership and energy, and help those teams realize their potential, for which Esther is very proud of to this day. And it doesn't stop there. I could go on and on about Esther's other assignments and accomplishments and how she brings that ideal expertise in operational and contingency contracting, which, coupled with her deployed experience to places like Kuwait and Afghanistan, is exactly why she is a perfect fit for our 39th Air Base wing. Esther, I charge you with owning your battle space and leading courageously to fulfill our Air Force Instruction 1 TAC 2 commander responsibilities of executing the mission, leading the people, managing resources, and improving the unit. Now, nobody said this would be easy, but that's why our Air Force picked you, and only you, to be here. If spending your first days in command from your base house under restricted movement wasn't already an unexpected twist, you're going to be faced with leading your airmen through a global pandemic unlike any other seen in our generation. You're going to encounter microcosms of our nation's ongoing struggle with discrimination and racial injustice. And you're going to have to lead vertically and horizontally across our wing to enable its critical surety and power projection missions as stewards of limited resources. And if you ask me how to do it or what you might need to change about yourself, I tell you, don't change a thing. Trust in your leadership style that has delivered success to this point. We want you on that wall, and we need you on that wall. And in closing, again, thank you all for celebrating this momentous occasion with us. And to the men and women of the 39th Contracting Squadron, you're getting an awesome leader, and I know you'll take good care of Major Kim. So without further ado, let's proceed with the rest of the ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel Rubiano. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the assumption of command.
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. Department of the Air Force, 39th Air Base Wing, Incirlik Air Base, Turkey. Special order number 20-08. Major Ester Kim, by direction of the President, is appointed Commander, 39th Contracting Squadron, effective 8 July 2020. Signed, Colonel Christopher Rubiano, Commander, 39th Mission Support Group.
Officers, second turn.
Sir, guys in command.
Officers, post.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you the Commander, 39th Contracting Squadron, Major Ester Kim.
All right, well, thank you, Sergeant Knoll, and thank you to Lieutenant Vaughn, the protocol team, the PA team, and everyone else who's had their hand in making this milestone in my career a little bit more memorable amidst all the challenges that we face with COVID-19. Colonel Mendieta, Chief Rare, and the MSG command staff, thank you very much for coming out. I appreciate your support. It means a lot to me to see you guys here and supporting me. And I'm excited to be the newest member of the Titan team and looking forward to working and serving with you. Colonel Rubiano, I thank you very much for those kind remarks. I feel a little bit undeserving of the words, but I am ever so grateful. Thank you very much. I look forward to getting after the mission with you and representing the 39th Cons and MSG. Glad to be.
Awesome.
So to my family, friends, aka friends, family, or friends who have become family. I am who I am because of you, Mom, Stopai Girls, the Ocho, Florida family, Dayton crew, my Pope peeps, and everybody in between. You all have played a meaningful role in my career, and I'm lucky to have you guys a part of my life. Thank you, I love you, and thank you for taking time to celebrate with me. So before I address the people and the folks that I am excited and anxious to talk to, I want to take a second to speak and recognize the enormous contributions that my predecessor, Chikati Akalanu, aka Major AK, had on this unit. So as you heard, this unit is phenomenal. I'm excited to take it on, and I know that I have big shoes to fill. But besides him making sure that I had all the creature comforts that I need during ROM, his confident and caring leadership, I think, is exactly what this squadron needed, as Colonel Rubiano spoke to. So I am extremely lucky to be here, and I'm excited to build upon the foundation that he's established. So let's see how far that we can carry the torch that he has passed on to me. So one of my mentors recently said, in the military, loyalty is owed, but trust is earned. So to the men and women of the 39th Cons, I pledge to you that I will work tirelessly every single day to earn your trust and provide you with the best leadership and guidance that I can provide. You all are my number one priority, and I am excited to learn and grow with you all. I am impressed with what you all have overcome and achieved in the last year, but similarly to that perfect contract that's always just one modification away, we have a lot of opportunities that lie before us that will make us better teammates, contracting professionals, and airmen in general. So let's get to work. Teshkuridium, thank you very much.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Major Kim. Ladies and gentlemen, the men and women of the 39th Mission Support Group welcome Major Kim as she assumes her new duties as commander of the 39th Contracting Squadron. On behalf of the men and women of the 39th Contracting Squadron, we would like to extend our appreciation to Colonel Rubiano for the presiding of today's ceremony. to all of those who joined us and to those who made today's ceremony possible. We kindly ask that all members in the audience refrain from singing during the playing of the Air Force song. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remain standing for the playing of the Air Force song and the departure of the official party. This concludes our ceremony for today.